Welcome everyone in the subject urban and suburban transportation concept strategy and organization. This is lecture number 5 with the title Planning Objective of the Transit Line. In a simple words, whenever we plan something in transportation system engineering, the objective or goal of any individual system or more towards that each and every activity organized within the system to fulfill its goals and objective for the fulfillment of the results. For example, if we put there a one vision, so that vision we need to achieve. So the same vision is again divided in the sub goals, which is again evaluated through KPI, key performance indicator. For example, if we talk about transportation planning, or if someone would like to say in a very simple word that what are the planning objective of any transit line would be, so that would be, according to my understanding, to reduce accident and improve accessibility in the people comfort. Usually, the planning objective is divided into the two phases. The one is the planning objective within transit line. For example, that how we can attract more passenger, what sort of indicator we actually needed to attract more passengers, such as area coverage, operating speed, travel desire line, more to provide direct trips, how we can provide the simple and more connective network and so on. And the second one is about network operating efficiency, such as the total number of transit units, reliability, operation, safety, and security, and so on. So those are the transit line which we will explain in the next slide in a more detail. While the second level is the planning objective, which is the part of a transit line, but are indirectly, or you can call them that they are the outside objective. That would be government objective could be possible. We can also call that the national transportation strategy of any country, and the regional transportation strategy, and then local all or neighborhood transportation strategy. For example, if we would like to explain the passenger attraction, the planning objective which exists within the system, so it's quite clear that we would like to attract more passengers. So if your services, if more people are using the public transportation, so your strategy in terms of to provide the sustainable transportation system for any country or any city or any region, so you can fulfill the same strategy with considering all those indicators. For example, the first point is about area coverage, which is quite clear from its name. So the percentage of the total urban area, so that is to complete the journey or to provide the transit system to any individual in less than 10 minutes. So the headway should be between 5 to 10 minutes, and the same walking distance should also not be more than 10 minutes or should be less than 1 kilometer. So this is about area coverage, so that the how individual can reach from its home to the same transit station. Okay. Second point is about operating speed. Operating speed is very important indicator. For example, if someone would like to attend a meeting, or for example, if there is a person who usually go to work, to education, to school, or like somewhere, and so this person, this individual is always in 100% dependent on the public transportation. But if the same public transportation does not have the capacity to fulfill its desire in demand, so the same individual will then look for the other alternative. So operating speed means that the what is the category of the right of way, how the station spacings looks like, does it have the type of capacity to hold and also provide the kind of a more frequent services, and the operating speed should be more than, of course, if we compare that with the road network. The third one is about the travel desire line. Travel desire line means that the transit line should be designed to follow as closely as possible to provide the direct origin to the destination pattern type of a test. And this is only possible if we build the same area according to the urban planning, transportation, and all those parameters are closely integrated with each and everyone. So we usually provide each and every type of activity such as education, leisure activity, shopping, offices near to the transit station, because so that the individual should not travel so far. Okay. The third point is about the directness of the travel. So directness of the travel means the ratio of the passenger kilometer travel on any type of a network to passenger kilometer along the straight origin destination. So for example, if we have the smaller ratio for a given travel kind of demand, so we require the more efficient network configuration. Means that is it possible if you are kind of providing the direct service for the short span of the distances as well? The next point is about the network should be simple and it should be connected. Okay, the simplicity, connectivity, in ease to the transfer are actually all those points are kind of connected with each other. That is only be issued by operating lines independently of each other with easy kind of passenger transfer among those lines. For example, if we talk about right of way category A, B, and C, so all those networks should be connected, and there should be easy transfer to fulfill the origin and destination type of a trips. The second important transit line objective is the network operating efficiency. And it's quite clear from its name that we would like to evaluate or analyze the operating capacity or the network efficiency, that how much efficient it is if we compare that with the other travel modes exist in any city. The first one is about the continuity and balancing of lines. So the direct services among area with heavy travel demand, such as main city center or the central business district area, is desirable for both passenger convenience as well as the operating efficiency. So there should not be any type of a transfer delay. So we should utilize our transit in the most optimized way so that to reduce the empty run of any individual vehicle for the purpose to provide the balanced capacitated requirement to any city. Okay. The second point is about the operating flexibility. So the operating flexibility is the title where we usually consider the provision of the connection between different line at which different transit units can be switched among different line. For example, if any transit unit need to turn back the tracks for the storage purpose, so we should have the operating flexibility as well in terms of the operation. The third one is about the integration with other mode. Is it quite clear that each and every kind of a transit should provide the services is a feeder, is a branch, and is a main network, and the intermodal station, which usually permit the easy interchange of passenger between different modes, like if individual would like to come from his village with the car, and then he use there the park and ride facility, and then he ride in the railway, and then in the last he take the kind of a BRT or any individual regular bus. So this is called the integration of his personal car with the railway and with the road network. Fourth one is about the terminal depots and yards. So this is all about that where we should place those terminal. It should be placed at such location that the travel between depot and line should be minimized. That should be located where the cost of the land is not high. So the terminal should be placed near to the major street, which allow good accessibility by walking and vehicle of the different kind of access to like any type of a modes. And the cost of the system, the if we compare that part, of course that will be very less is compared to taxi and the shared car, but that should often be the very most important single factor for any individual in any network design, because the investment cost depend mostly on the right of way category alignment in station. So generally where we put a lot of money or higher investment should provide it, either we have the lower operating cost or maybe higher service quality, or maybe the combination of the two. So the cost of the overall system for the individual should be affordable. In the last, to understand the planning objective outside of the transit line, but which are indirectly related to any type of a transit line while at the planning stage. The first part should be the government objective. Each and every country is directed under the sustainable development goal that you should provide and plan for the safe, economical, integrated accessibility, and environment friendly transit or public transport. So the second part is about the national transport strategy. That strategy could be kind of defined by each and every state according to its key performance indicator or their vision. So to promote, in a very simple word, economic growth, and maybe to provide the environmental friendly, through which we can also improve the people and public health, and also to provide the sustainable public transportation which have less emission, and also to improve the safety of any journey, to reduce the accident. And that should also could be the improvement in the integration by making journey planning much more easier in terms of money, in terms of accessibility, and in terms of the coverage. The third part is about the regional transportation strategy. Those last two strategies, the local and regional, those should promote the and work is a short-term goals to fulfill the national strategy vision. So the regional transportation strategy should be or could be to enhance social and economic well-being, and also to promote public safety in any region, in any local environment, and of course to play its role as a constant pillar to provide and fulfill the sustainable development, and also to promote social inclusion. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can get back in the comment section. Thank you very much.